Good morning, teenagers. This is 9 a.m. by my watch, and I am here again with you guys to discuss where we left in our last video. So, those who have not watched my previous video on this topic of overthinking, I have posted a link in the description box. Please do watch that video before watching this one. So, as promised, I will be talking about the ways and means of controlling the overthinking. But let's take a quick snapshot of what we discussed in our previous video. We talked about the story of Harry Houdson, the great magician, how he lost his bet by the overthinking process. We also got to understand about how a human mind is different than an animal's mind. We also got to know an interesting fact that there are 70,000 thoughts that keep running in our head throughout the day. So let's get started. First, try to understand what is overthinking again. So overthinking by definition is a process of thinking too much about any situation or about anything. It's like any other addictions. You must be aware about the addictions of overeating, overdrinking is similar to that addiction. So there is a theory of monkey mind. So overthinkers are generally called monkey mind because their mind behaves same like monkeys. As you kids know that monkeys keep on hopping from one tree to another, jumping from one branch to another throughout the day, except when they sleep. A mind of an overthinker behaves in the same way. So let me introduce to you two dogs, Michael and Tiger. Michael is a trained one and Tiger is an untrained one. Both of them are given an object to smell, and after that object was made hidden at a certain distance. So as you know that dog has an intensity to follow the object. Tiger started following the object and he was going fine to some extent, but after a distance he started smelling something and he got distracted. Michael managed to find that object within 5 minutes. He also got distracted by the different smells he found on his way, but he didn't lose his track because he was a trained one. So you will get to understand about Michael and Tiger more as we talk and build on this topic of overthinking. So as I promised, I will be discussing with you the ways and means of controlling this process of overthinking. So to my mind, there are 4 steps to it. The first one is to understand what is overthinking, what we overthink and why we do it. Second one is to accept that I am an overthinker. Third one is to follow the theory of clear your baggage each day. And the fourth one is meditation. Don't worry, the meditation should be quite good. Okay, so let's get started. The first one which I mentioned is what we generally overthink and or what we generally think, because we have 70,000 thoughts in our mind through the day, so we must be thinking something. So in most of the time, we keep on thinking about what has happened in the past, what is going to be our future looking like, something like this. But be aware about the fact that you cannot change anything which has already happened in the past, or you cannot take control of your future events. So what we generally do, we generally try to take a lot of references from our from our past events and try to link those events back to our future state. But do keep in mind that you do not have to bring the unnecessary information from the past to the current situation, because your today's situation is quite different from your past situation. For example, if in your current situation, when you are sitting at the age of 14 or 15, you are taking a reference back to a situation which has happened to you maybe when you were 2 or 3 years old, it doesn't make any sense. And at the same time, do not try to think too much about your future. Right, okay. So let's move on to the next one on this topic is why we think that this overthinking is a problem. So when we try to think about the future, what we are generally thinking, so we are mostly worried about the outcome, right? But guys, keep in mind that the thing which you can control is your efforts. So give your best efforts, focus on your efforts, do not focus on the outcome, because as per my experience, outcome of an event is a result of multiple factors. It doesn't only comprise your hard work, but since you cannot take control of all other things except for your hard work, focus on your hard work. Right, so at the same time, do not always think about the worst outcome, because what we generally do is that even if we are in a good position, our mind keeps on thinking about the worst outcome. So what it does to us, so whenever we keep or start thinking about a worse outcome, our mind gets into a fearful mode, and once it gets into a fearful mode, we are switching on another event wherein our mind will try to protect our body from that fearful event, because that's how the built-up of mind is. And then your analysis will turn into a paralysis, as you will think and build more on your negative thoughts. It will slowly paralyze your mind. So you have to be aware of the fact that thought is nothing, it's just a feeling, it's just a process, and it entirely feeds upon your attention. If you will not pay any attention to it, it has no impact. But if you start paying attention to your thoughts which are not relevant, it will take control of your present moment. And believe me guys, one negative thought can make you ride to a mountain, and as you start climbing that mountain, you will not be able to think anything positive, because you are building upon that thought of negativity. And as you reach the top of the mountain, you will find the world which looks beautiful to you when you are on the ground. The world will look worse to you, because the fearful situation is there in your mind. So everything is black. Your analysis is now turned into a paralysis, and that's where the people got an anxiety, they got into depression. So this is that state of mind. Next one is appreciate your things. Do not wait for a perfect moment to happen. So let me give an example. So as a kid, I used to have a bicycle and my friend used to have a motorbike, Hero Poke on those days. So whenever I used to see him coming on his Hero Poke, I used to think, I'm not blessed, right? And today I still want that bicycle and I don't have that bicycle with me. So you have to start appreciating the things which God has given to you at this moment. Since you can't take control of your future, you don't know whether you are going to get a car or something else, but try to enjoy the present moment. Bring that habit of gratitude in your mind, in your habits, because what you are blessed with, so many of those things are not even available to most of the people in this world. So have that gratitude in your mind. So for boys who watch cricket, so let me take an example. So what happens when your favorite player like Kohli gets out at 99? Think about it. What happens? You suddenly forget the enjoyment you are having with this batting for last 2 hours, for example, and suddenly your mood is off. What has happened? So does century which was missed by a run has a more weightage than the 99 runs that he has contributed? But this is a human psychology. Both the audience and the batsman will not enjoy the present moment of having blessed with the score of 99, because not all can even reach to that stage. So that's what it is. So have gratitude in your lives. So let's move on to the next point, which is about accepting. You have to accept that you are an overthinker if you really are, but also at the same time you have to understand that thinking has a personality type. So like if you are a confident person, your thinking process will be different. If you are an insecure person, your thinking process will be different, and so on and so forth. So let's take another example. There are two friends walking on the road. One is a fearful person and another is a fearless person. So at a distance of 1 mile, they see a bull coming running towards them. The person who is a fearless person will not pay any attention to it, and the person who is a fearful person will start getting the information from the past and try to link it to the future event. All kind of information that he has seen about the bull attacks from the newspapers, from the TV channels will start coming to his head, and he will start analyzing those informations to secure himself from the bull. But this process is normal because our mind is built to save this body structure. But if that person knows that he is getting into an overthinking process, he is accepting that he is a fearful person, so it's normal for him to overthink. But what he has to do is that he has to be cognizant about the fact that he is now getting into an overthinking mode. So let's not get into it. Let's be in the present moment. So accept your personality types and the related thinking. So the next one is very interesting, which is about clearing your baggage. So this is maybe very mythical because I have heard it from one of the gurus for whom I am currently watching the videos and in one of his discussions he mentioned that we have to follow the process of clearing that baggage. I thought of find that topic interesting and then try to relate it to this overthinking process. So there is a theory of forgiving yourself and forgiving others. So when you close your day, try to forgive yourself, try to forgive others. That's when you close all the negative informations that you would have stored otherwise during that day. Do not carry any grudges in your mind for anyone to the following day. That's where your mind will be quite clear. You will not be taking references from your past events because you have already cleared that block of mind. Right, so whenever you have a fight with your friend, what happens is that you start thinking, this is how this person is. He has already done similar things to me in the past. From where those events are coming from? Those events are coming from the fact that you have not still forgiven your friend. So make a habit of clearing your baggage before you start your next day. Next one is again very mythical. This is about meditation. I know that for teenagers like you, it's a tough topic even to hear about it, but it's an interesting one. And you might be thinking that it is more relevant for the people like me with a grey beard, but it's not really the fact. So let me take an example. So what happens when you go to take a shower? Have you ever heard the sound of water which is pouring or coming on your head? Have you ever tried to feel yourself enjoy bathing or taking bath within the washroom? For most of us, it doesn't happen. Our body is in the washroom, but our mind is somewhere else. If we can bring our mind into the washroom and start enjoying the present moment of us taking the shower, that is a meditation. Nothing big, right? Not a big deal. You have to be just focusing on your present moment. You do not need a particular time. You do not need a particular dress up. You do not need to be isolated to go into the meditation stage. As a teenager, as a student, as a sportsman, focus on the present moment. When you are studying, focus on your study, nothing else. and that's how you will start enjoying it, right? So when you start playing your games, what happens is that your mind is quite busy, it doesn't go anywhere. Why? Because the mind is enjoying that activity, right? So if you will start enjoying your shower, you will start to getting hear the sound of the water. You will even start finding the smell of the soap or the body wash that you are using very, very fascinating. But you have to be in the present moment. And as a student, my advice will be to you guys to think seriously about this topic, but do not try to be an overthinker. Focus on your study the way you focus while you are playing games, right? So now let's bring an overthinker into our discussion. So overthinker is also a wonderful person who can take many perspectives into the current situation and then can bring a wonderful result for the future. He is the one who takes care of each and everything into the current scenario. He tries to find the meaning of all the things which are happening around him or her. But do remember is that overthinkers are wonderful persons. It's not that I've just mentioned them as a monkey mind, but that is also a fact. But the logic is that you have to understand that you are an overthinker and try to avoid this overthinking process in each and every situation. Yeah, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for taking time. Wish you all the very, very best for your future. Enjoy.